Say that again. Pandemic or epidemic? An epidemic is a more like lower scale in spread, if that makes sense. Like a city. Pandemic is yeah. So P would stand for planet. If that makes sense. Epidemic would be like environmental disease. Yeah, environmental disease.
The
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Now you're about to see me go into listen mode. No, this isn't patient zero. No. So I'll explain to you. Have you ever heard of? Do you know what? Have you ever heard of the term Rat King? No, Rat King. Do you know? No, like the actual term for it. Not Reaper. The actual term for it. So, have you ever heard of this thing? No, no. So the term for Rat King is basically it was a bunch of mice, a bunch of rats. They had all they all got like covered in this contaminant, like not contaminant, but like the sticky substance, and their tails kind of twisted and congealed together. And what happened? And what it is, it's after a while, instead of moving mindlessly, all 10 minds of each mouse moved as one unit. Think of it like a hive mind. Think of it like a hive mind. Like they all move as one thing. It is a real thing. It's a real thing.
What did I walk into?
That's why it's called. That's why the term Rat King is a real life term.
Surgery. Great.
After obviously we play through this, I will show you.
Fuck. It sounds like they're still crawling around in there.
There's a difference between these zombies and like bloaters and all that. There's a reason. The reason why you don't see any bloaters in this area is because like then after a while, because there was no more like zombies or people coming into this area, they sealed off the area. So basically, the zombies, like the plants, ended up not dying, but because there was nothing for them to do, they ended up. You know how like the spores go onto the wall and all that. Basically, they put themselves into the wall to preserve themselves, kind of like cryostasis in a way. So where is this?
Here goes.
By the way, this place is very like, what's the word? This is a place that you wouldn't really want to go to, even in an like, even if you knew it was safe in an apocalypse. This is an area you wouldn't want to dare go to. Ground zero in a hospital, you're asking to die. If that makes sense. Even if you know it's safe. There's a reason why it's called ground zero. Obviously, no one in their right mind would go to a ground zero area.
Yes.
You don't really go there as a last resort, like Abby's doing. But I'm saying, like, in general, you would never go to a ground zero location. You're basically asking for death upon you. Because in a game like this, it is very apparent that ground zero is not just called ground zero for the sake of being called ground zero. You'll understand once we get there. Where's this guy in here? Come on. Come here. Come here. There you go.
Doing that.
That guy, he scared the shit out of me when you first spawned it.
That should make things easier.
No, you see how they're in the wall?
Where the fuck
You
is
see
it
how
set
like
up
they're
this
thinking
place?
themselves in the wall like that? They had to preserve themselves in the wall because I don't know the full reason behind why they do that specifically, but they do it to preserve themselves, like to store energy in a way. Like bloaters, like I don't know the full thing with bloaters. I think it's just they encumbered themselves with so much spore and stuff like that that they become bloaters. Yeah, they evolve because that's the final stage of the virus. Like there's no other version of like, as far as everyone knows, bloater is the final version of the infection. Like in terms of a normal regular infection for these lot,
See what
right?
you got.
Bloaters are the
For fuck's
final
sake.
version. They can be
Please,
outside
give me an
versions, like
ambulance
you
and
know,
a
like
garage.
they can be different versions, not of the bloater, but like you know how you have shamblers. Shamblers are in that stage where they're becoming a bloater. Yeah, shamblers are in that stage where they're becoming a bloater. So what happens is obviously it's in between that 50-50 spread. So do you see how like this guy was infected right here? You'll see when I obviously need. Like do you see how he's infected but he didn't turn into a zombie? Because the plants had eaten up all of his nutrients, like eaten up basically his whole soul. So what happened was you see all the spore infected stuff that was able to spawn from it. Now, remember when I touched that door and I went into listen mode? This is what
Jesus.
came from it. And as you can see from the floor, yep, no, we have to go through here. And obviously, in any type of horror game, you follow the blood trail, you're gonna find something. No, that's new. That is new. This door was not open, by the way. Mind you, when I turned on the power, that door was closed. And as you can see, the blood is relatively wet.
The fuck did this?
She doesn't know what
Hey, man.
is to come
Get the shit and get
out
out
of
of
this.
here.
She's No, she has the idea that it's a bloater, but the way she's describing what's like being shown to her is something she's never seen before. Yeah, we haven't found it yet. I know where to go. I'm just showing you the aftermath of everything. Like, as you can see, like, look, this geezer went and decided to have a dilly dally everywhere and everywhere. No. I'm just showing you what is to be here. Because for a game like this, environmental storytelling is really good. Like a lot of the areas in Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2, there's a lot of environmental storytelling. Obviously, I can send you a bunch of videos regarding it once we finish the game. And it does help with a lot of stuff that you may not have understood in the moment. Let me just get a quick shower, you get me? Yeah, there you go. Now, this
Thank God.
ambulance. I'm reloading everything. No. You'll once you see it, you'll understand. Like, obviously, in an actual situation, because she's the main character, she would not be able to survive this. There it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's an untouched ambulance in Ground Zero, it is bound
Get
to
ready
probably
to
have the
celebrate.
best type of loot. No, no. All she needed was medical sutures and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you see what's about to happen, I don't think you want to stay any further. The Rat King. So I won't run from it. This is like a section you need to run from it. But if you actually take a look at it, I'm gonna die here, but okay. So think of it like this: it's a clicker, a bloater, a shambler, a runner. Think of all the zombies, but all in one. So you know how they said in the notes that you said, oh, they crammed all the zombies into one room and to do tests and stuff. This is what that is. All the zombies combined into one. No. You know how in the note, that note that I told you to read, the scientist was saying, oh, we were doing tests and we all crammed them into one room. That's what resulted. That's what the Rat King is. It's an amalgamation of every zombie in one. And the reason why I say this is a one-off zombie is we'll never see another zombie like this. No, not that. It's how they were made. It's how the zombie was made. You wouldn't... No, not human experience. Because all the zombies were crammed in such a tiny room, they were made to fester and, you know...
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh shit, I'm dead! I was stuck. No, I'm not dead. Yep. Screech as loud as you can. I'm telling you, if I'm able to screech, they can make a better noise than me. This is a lot more, I'll be honest, it's a lot more harder and a harder difficulty, but... Yep, it's a hive mind, Saladin. It will work in as a singular unit. Because if you use grenades, it'll die too easily, so like, I want to kind of make you savor the moment. It's a stalker with the strength of a bloater, like the health of a bloater. Like you think for how big it is, right? You don't think it's a very fast-moving creature.
I'm not dying here.
This geezer he's got pace. Oh shit! Yeah, no, it does. It really does.
Good riddance.
The stalker thing we'll fight in a bit.
There's gotta be a way.
This like creature right here, we will never find it again. We'll never fight. This is a one-time creature.